A 13-year-old faces charges in juvenile court of making an online bomb threat at a local high school.
2 East Alabama counties will be getting $10 million to pay for high-tech connections, and a local 911 board names a new director.
The last couple of days of summertime are going to feel like it across East Alabama. 90s on the horizon. And coming up in sports, we'll preview the top 10 Class 6A matchup between Oxford and Mountain Brook. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
A 13-year-old student faces prosecution by the Talladega County Juvenile Probation Office on charges that he made an online bomb threat at Talladega High School. Talladega police last week investigated a possible bomb threat at the Talladega High School that was posted over social media and flagged by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. A full search of the high school was conducted, and it was determined to be safe. Lieutenant Dennis McDaniel of the Talladega Department's Criminal Investigation Division said his office was given documentation related to the account holder, and detectives were able to trace the origin of that threat to the 13-year-old student. McDaniel says that detectives found the juvenile who admitted being responsible for the hoax. Police said that there have been an influx of threats of this type over Alabama in recent weeks, and they intend to prosecute each case to the fullest.
Speaking of hoaxes, you may have seen this posting on some community pages in recent days. Oxford police say it's being spread on certain pages in Oxford and also being shared in other cities with other city names replacing Oxford's. They say this is false information. It did not happen in Oxford. This is a fake account posting fake information. Oxford Police Chief Bill Partridge says the man featured in the post was previously arrested in Utica, New York for commercial burglary. Local officials say the viral claims about a man attacking people are false. This scam started in 2022.
When we return, portions of rural Alabama will be getting some high-tech upgrades.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
St. Clair and Randolph counties will each receive $5 million to provide high-speed internet service to thousands of rural households, businesses, and community anchor institutions. Governor Kay Ivey announced the federal grants totaling nearly $42 million for last-mile high-speed internet projects in 23 Alabama counties. Spectrum Southeast will get $5 million to provide 111 miles of high-speed internet accessibility for 1,017 customers in St. Clair County. Innovations America, doing business as Bama Fiber, has been awarded $5 million to provide high-speed internet access to 3,261 customers in Randolph County over a 360-mile area. In addition, the Roanoke Telephone Company gets more than $912,000 to supply over 111 miles to cover 1,118 unserved locations in southern Randolph County. The community anchor institutions covered under this grant include schools, fire stations, libraries, medical institutions, and post offices. Statewide, these grants will cover 2,347 miles and provide broadband availability to more than 15,000 customers. These last-mile projects are the final leg of high-speed internet installation between the internet service provider and the customer. Once installation is complete, the households, businesses, and institutions have the option to connect to the network by becoming a customer of the internet service provider.
When we come back, a national publication recognizes local higher education.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Jack State is one of 8 Alabama colleges featured in the Wall Street Journal's 2025 list of best colleges in the U.S. The university ranks number 7 among all Alabama institutions and number 5 among public universities in the state. Jack State's highest rating came in the student experience category, where it was 2nd in the state and 112th nationally. In the social mobility sub-ranking, which measures a university's impact on improving the upward mobility of lower income students, Jack State ranked number 3 among Alabama colleges and 206th nationally. University President Don Killingsworth says the rankings validate the hard work and dedication of the school's faculty, staff, and students. The university also earned high marks in other categories, including Best Value, number 6 in the state, and Salaries, number 7 in the state.
Starting Friday morning at 7, city crews will be installing a new solar-powered flashing speed limit sign on Henry Road just before its intersection with Crestview Road at the top of 10th Street Mountain. City officials say that traffic disruptions should be minimal, but motorists are asked to remain alert and to expect potential delays. Crews plan to do most of their work on the shoulder by the side of the road. LED-equipped trucks will be in place warning drivers to slow down.
The Etowah County 911 Board of Directors on Wednesday named Gadsden Fire Chief Will Reed to become the next executive director after longtime executive director Bill Broder announced his retirement. Reed's appointment begins in October, while Broder will assist with Reed's transition to the new role through the end of the year. Gadsden Mayor Craig Ford says an interim fire chief would be named in the coming days while the city advertises the vacancy, which will ultimately be filled at the discretion of the Gadsden Civil Service Board. When Reed took the helm of the Gadsden Fire Department in 2021, it had more than a dozen unfilled firefighter positions, creating a logistical and financial challenge for departmental operations. Earlier this year, the city announced its fire department had reached full staffing, requiring it to create a waiting list for firefighter recruits for the first time in over a decade.
So a big weekend coming up on the football fields, on the roads with homecoming parades. Right. What kind of weather can we expect?
I don't know, but John Holder does, and he joins us now in the EAN Weather Center. John?
Mike and Katie, outdoor activities this weekend, whether it be football, parades, whatever it is, get ready to break out the shorts and flip-flops. It's summertime again in East Alabama. The complete weekend forecast is coming up.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Temperatures on the rise across East Alabama today, upper 80s across the region, 87 for the high. A very pleasant morning again this morning with a low at 64. Record high temperature 99, the record low a chilly 42. The sun rising tomorrow not until 6:30. And look at that sunset tonight at 6:43 as the days continue to shorten. It's time for weather on your street, and it is going to be a very pleasant night tonight down in the city of Talladega on McMillan Street. It's a beautiful part of town there. It's going to be a beautiful evening in Talladega, mostly clear skies with a low tonight dropping down to 65. Coming up tomorrow, it's the last Friday of summertime, folks, and it's going to feel like it. We're talking 90 degrees, 90s returning for the next several days out on Chinch Creek Road in White Plains. You might want to take a dip in the lake out there, one of the beautiful lakes and streams that they have out in the White Plains area. It's going to be summertime tomorrow. Again, no chance of rain in the forecast. Plenty of sunshine, 90 on the backyard thermometers coming up. As we look ahead to the weekend across East Alabama, we're going to close out summertime and begin fall officially, but it's going to be just like summer. Lakeshore Drive, that's right there on the Coosa River in Rainbow City. A lot of folks will be out on the river this weekend, no question about that. Temperatures around 90 both days on Saturday and on Sunday all across East Alabama. Here's the 7-day forecast. Look at the 90s on the board all the way through Monday. 4 straight days of 90-degree temperatures. 90 tomorrow, 91 Saturday, 90 again on Sunday, 90 on Monday as you head back to work and school. Nighttime lows, those low 60s are out of here. Mid to upper 60s coming throughout the weekend. No chance of rain in the forecast. We don't have any rain in the forecast till about the middle part of next week. It looks like it's going to be about Wednesday or so. We got a little front coming through that should set off a few showers and thunderstorms maybe Wednesday afternoon. Chance of any one location seeing rain is about 30%. Beyond this, we're going to be watching the Gulf of Mexico. We're in the heart of hurricane season, and we've got some potential trouble brewing down there, so maybe some more tropical things coming your way across East Alabama. Let's take a look now at our drought monitor. Last week, we had all of the state of Alabama in a drought situation. And you'll notice with all the rain that we had last weekend, that has improved just about everywhere, especially though along this I-65 corridor back up into northwest Alabama. That's where we showed you earlier this week that we had those 5, 6, 7, even some 8 and 9 inch rainfall totals. They're now just abnormally dry. A big dent in the central and northwest part of the state put into the drought. We could still use some more rain, but certainly the drought situation is a whole lot better after the rain last weekend. And by next weekend, we could have some more beneficial rains coming to East Alabama out of the tropics. We'll be watching that. I'll be back here tomorrow morning bright and early at 6 a.m. for your Friday weather at a glance, and right back here tomorrow night for EAN Local News as we'll detail the weekend forecast for all of East Alabama. Coming up next in sports, a big high school football matchup, a top 10 matchup involving the Oxford Yellow Jackets. We'll preview it with Coach Sam Adams next.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
A good Thursday evening to you. John Holder in for one more night, filling in for Jordan Smith with EAN Sports, and we hope you are having a great Thursday evening. We are previewing tonight a big game coming up tomorrow night in high school football in Class 6A, Region 6. It's a top 10 matchup as the Oxford Yellow Jackets travel down I-20 to take on the Mountain Brook Spartans. It's a monster game with not only statewide implications, but also region and playoff implications as we approach the midway point of the season. We caught up today with Oxford High School head football coach Sam Adams at the Oxford Indoor Facility to talk about the game, and we asked him about the challenges that this Mountain Brook team brings to the Oxford Yellow Jackets.
Mountain Brook's a really good team, you know, offense, defense, and special teams. So they got good players, they got good coaches. They're really solid all the way around. So they give you a lot to prepare for in all three phases. You know, they definitely do a great job of giving you a lot of different looks. Offensively for them, you know, that's multiple tight ends, that's shifts, that's motions, and they don't run a great number of plays really off of those looks. But all the movement and the different alignments can cause problems if you're not aligned soundly. You can find yourself being outnumbered or out-leveraged pretty easily if you're not on top of where you need to be.
Ask Coach Adams about just how big this game is. Obviously, it's a top 10 matchup. It's a key region game. We asked Coach Adams about the bigness of this matchup coming up tomorrow night.
Well, I mean, our guys have been in big games before, and so have theirs. Last year or a couple of years ago, they were Mountain Brook was in the state championship game and represented the North. So a lot of those guys are still on the team, obviously. So they know what it's like to be in games like this. And our guys were region runners-up last year, and played in a pretty big game within the region last year, and have played in playoff games too. So I mean, it'll be that kind of atmosphere. It'll be a playoff type atmosphere, and it'll be a good experience for both teams.
And there it is, number 5, Oxford, undefeated, 4-0 in Class 6A, taking on number 8, Mountain Brook. They come in at 3-1. This will be Friday night, 7 p.m. at Spartan Stadium, just off of I-459 in Mountain Brook in Metro Birmingham, one of the biggest matchups in the state in any classification. And we're not only dealing with big football news, but we've got great volleyball to talk about. The top 4 seeds. As a matter of fact, the entire seeding for the Calhoun County Volleyball Tournament was set last night. And here are those top 4 seeds. No surprise, number 1, Alexandria. They are undefeated against Calhoun County teams. They are 18-10 overall. Number 2, Oxford at 22-6. The number 3 seed will be Ohatchee. They are 19-4. And the number 4 seed, again, no surprise, the Donahoe Falcons. They come in with a mark of 19-8. We look now to the bracket of what's going to happen. This is coming up Saturday, October the 5th at Alexandria High School. They will have 3 different courts going on. They're playing volleyball beginning at 10:30 in the morning with Welborn against Anniston, and then they're rolling all day long. You see those games there, 12 noon, 1:30 in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and even at 4:30. So it's a day full of volleyball from mid-morning all the way into the evening hours at Oxford. Then once they get down to the championship, that will be on Monday, 7 p.m., and that will be at Pete Matthews Coliseum on the campus of Jacksonville State University in Jacksonville. So October 5th, October 7th, the all-important Calhoun County Volleyball Tournament. Now, let's take a look at the volleyball tournament. As we said, Saturday, October 5th, Alexandria High School. All the games through the semifinals will be held at Alexandria. Multiple courts of action there. And then the championship matches will be Monday, October 7th, the top 2 teams at Pete Matthews Coliseum at Jacksonville State University beginning at 7 p.m. That's going to wrap it up for sports. Now back to Mike and Katie to wrap up EAN Local News.
Thanks for that update, John, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, on our website, and now on Rumble.
Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.